Day 13, meal 3. This is about maybe an hour after the last one. I'm not terribly hungry. I'm a little bit hungry. All the cooking sort of felt very good. I feel in a super duper good place. I have lined up here meal 3, 4, 5, 6, and an extra one, 7. So the mixed greens that we made, 2 scallops. The mixed greens plus 2 scallops. I added a little piece of avocado. I got my avocado ready here. I'm going to put a little piece of salmon here. Then I've got a couple of soups here, and I might beef these soups up, not beef them up, but salmon them up with some pieces of the salmon from before. Now, what I'd like to say is that here's all the rest of the greens that have not been portioned out. Now, this would be maybe a more, I'm going to say in the beginning, more normal. This is how much you want to aim for eating. And, oh, here's the eggs from the, remember the soup, hard-boiled eggs? All right. So this right here combines to be the perfect meal. We need a little bit of avocado. So if I took a piece of my avocado over here, and now this is, basically it's an eighth. It's a quarter cut in half, right? So that would then therefore make like the perfect meal here. So I've reduced my portion sizes because I just am doing a little experiment with myself. But this example here would be a little bit more maybe where you'd want to be. Now it actually becomes, my experience, hard to eat this much food. And this is where in Dean Ornish's program, he's a cardiologist. I definitely recommend his books, Eat More, Weigh Less, and Reversing Heart Disease. In his studies with his clients who went towards basically eating this type of meal, very, very low fat, maybe non-fat. They did take a vegetarian approach, more or less, and included walking every day, included meditation, yoga, included group discussion, so connecting with caring, supportive people, and they're able to demonstrate that you can reverse heart disease. Now, Eat More, Weigh Less was a book that he wrote because they discovered that people lost weight naturally. They weren't trying to lose weight, but on average, I think his cadre lost 20 pounds. They weren't trying to lose weight. They were just trying to deal with their heart disease. And so they found also that it could be hard to eat all the recommended food. It becomes a challenge, right? So, try to eat this 4 to 6 times a day. It is super delicious, by the way. Now, let's move on for 1 second here. I have the soup going, and if I were to get hungry, I can have as much of this soup, particularly the broth, as I want. And if there's anything right now that I crave, it's now has turned into this soup broth, which I am really, really loving. There's a few beans in there, some carrots. There's like virtually everything good in here. We can eat as much as that. If we got hungry and we want to have a snack between meals, our soup is a great place to go. We can literally eat as much of that as we want to. I made this very interesting mix here. This is super delicious. It's cucumber, zucchini, yellow squash, red pepper, green pepper, onion. There is some spinach in there. There is a little bit of kale in there. And there's a tiny amount of collard greens, salt, pepper, garlic, some garlic powder, and a tablespoon of olive oil, and some balsamic vinegar. And it is super delicious. I was going to add feta cheese to that. I had a few bites. I don't even need the cheese. It is super delicious. We could eat as much of this as we want. So I'm having for meal 3, 2 scallops plus my greens. And I'm going to have as much as whatever I want from this. I'll probably eat maybe a cup. I'm not really concerned about the amount. I know that I'm in a place of absolute abundance. I'm not restricting myself in any way. I'm focusing on the amazing amount of food that I can eat, even though I'm kind of playing with my portions. It doesn't look like giant if you look at it close up. How could anybody possibly eat this ginormous amount of food? Further away, different story maybe. Our perspective is important. We have a choice about what's the perspective that we take. As we wake up and become more purposeful, we can have a choice about the perception as well, the collection of thoughts that we see through to see the world around us. If we're not paying attention, though, we don't have any idea what we're thinking or what the collections of thoughts are that we're looking through to see the world around us. Under those circumstances, we have little power. We're making a choice. It's just all accidental. We're caught up and wrapped up in our habitual kind of energy that is formed. You know, kind of be like if you hopped on a horse riding backwards. People around you be like, why are you riding backwards? And you'd be like, I have no idea. I'm on a horse. So at least in the beginning, if we can figure out, oh, we're on some momentum. And if we can then figure out, turn and see the direction the momentum is going. Even if it's uncomfortable, just, okay, where's the horse going? Where's this raw energy going, right? And then from there, we can maybe decide to begin to change the momentum. Maybe we can slow the horse down. If the horse won't slow down, maybe we can hop off. I know it feels like a kind of a little bit of a train wreck if you just hop right off your momentum. Stand up in a new place, breathing on the earth, the ground of being, perfectly okay. In the beginning, it seems like a lot to just turn or change your momentum. But we can do it one thought at a time, and we can do it. We are doing it. We're doing it now. You can eat as much as you want. Eat the whole thing if you want. If you had to eat this entire thing, you know something? In one meal, if I have to, like right now, I don't think I could do it if I wanted to, but it would be okay because it is the right nutrients for my body. Okay, see you in a few hours.